So you're probably wondering what happened in the real estate market in 2019 and what can we expect for 2020? Well, my friends, you have come to the right place if that's the information that you're looking for. But before I get started, I want to point out just a couple things. There are a couple links right down below. One home valuation tool gives you a really good, quick estimate on what the current market value is for your home, and a home buyer search tool to help you see what's on the market, because everybody loves snooping around and seeing what homes are on the market. So 2019. We are in January, so 2019 is in the past. It's in the book. So what happened? New listings down 2%, pending sales up about 2%, and closed transactions almost completely flat between 2019 and 2018. We saw an increase of 0.2%, which is negligible. So basically a flat market, which, if you've been watching any of my videos, this is not shocking news. We did see a very flat market in 2019. We had such a strong, good market for almost 10 years that you knew that it was inevitable that things are going to slow down a little bit. It's going to pull back. Markets go up, they go down, and they even out. We are in an evening out period right now. So let's talk about pricing. Pricing for the total of 2019 was up 1.5%. So again, flat. And what else? Days on market increased 17% annually over this past year. So we went from about 40 days, 48 days up to 64 days. So from 48 to 64 days. So homes on average are on the market about 2 weeks longer. Home inventory levels are the lowest level in December than they were all of 2019. So very, very low inventory. We're at 1.8 months of supply. So if you take the total number of homes that are currently on the market and how many homes in the market sold in that month, and then divide it, and that gives you how long it would take in order to sell all of the homes on the market just at the current pace. So 1.8 months. Traditionally, historically, very, very, very low. So let's talk about just some changes that I've seen in the overall market. I think the biggest thing that I saw in 2019 was the introduction into the Portland market of the iBuyer. The iBuyer, we're talking about massive disruption in the home selling industry. Now, clearly, home sellers they have more options today than they've ever had in the past. But the reality is that the iBuyers are drastically changing the landscape of real estate. And my personal opinion is the agents that don't adapt and adjust are honestly, they're going to be gone. They are going to be out of the business. In probably the very near future, there's so much institutional money that is coming into the real estate market, like big money, and everybody wants to get a little piece of a $1 trillion industry. So it's just disrupting, and it's changing the landscape for real estate in the Metro Portland market. My personal opinion, again, is that that the agents who see this as a change and a benefit to the home seller, it's just another option. It's not going to be the perfect option or the best option for the vast majority of home sellers, but there are a certain segment of the population, and people need to sell quickly. And from the home valuations that I've seen from OpenDoor and Zillow, some of them are fairly competitive, and some of them aren't. When you add in all of the additional fees, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. So you're either going to pay for the value of your time, or you're going to pay for the value of money. So monetarily. You have to give one of those in every situation, whether you're looking at an iBuyer situation and Zillow or OpenDoor purchasing your home, or if you're going the traditional sale method working with a real estate agent or a team like Green Group Real Estate. I believe that you're truly maximizing the equity that you have in your property. You're exposing the property to many, many more people. And in the end, I believe home sellers are winning. But not everybody has the luxury of time. And time is valuable in some cases. So iBuyers, I'd say the grand theme of 2019 is going to disrupt and change the industry more than anything that we've seen in a very, very, very long time. Technology is completely changing the market. I think that it's still on the very early end of the technology shift that we're seeing. But with the amount of money that's coming into real estate and technology and the way business is done is changing dramatically right now. So that was another theme that I saw for 2019. So what are we expecting for 2020? Let's talk about this next year. I see a whole lot of the same thing that we saw in 2019. Home appreciation, I'd be surprised if we got over 2% in 2020. So maybe between 1% to 2% home appreciation. The days on market, I believe, is going to continue to increase. I think that trend will just gradually keep going throughout 2020. Low inventory, we're going to still see inventory levels around 2.5%. Dipping down into the 1% range, probably high 1%, maybe once or twice throughout the year. But for the most part, we're looking at very kind of stable, same old. Sellers, home sellers are in a very good position, especially the homes that are in the best locations. They are pricing their homes properly. They're just knocking it out of the park, getting the home ready for the market. They're staging it. They're doing all of the things that we coach our clients to do prior to hitting the market. Homes are selling like that. One of the last listings that we put on the market sold in 2 days with multiple offers, which you just don't see that a lot. But the home had an awesome location and it was priced right. And we had 2 open houses, just had a ton of activity around that home, and boom, gone. 2 days on the market, multiple offers. So that's what's happening in 2020. We're looking at election year, so I don't think the Fed is going to want to mess with the prime rate all that much. They're going to want to keep interest rates at a very moderate level. We're not seeing household incomes increasing dramatically or really much at all. So home affordability is definitely a topic of conversation in 2020, and the Fed knows it. So I think they're really working to keep interest rates down to make sure that the housing market still, just keeps clicking along, because if it doesn't, that affects the whole market. And during an election year, they do not want to see that. One other thing that I believe is going to be a trend in 2020 is you're going to see a lot of the smaller real estate agents are going to be leaving the business. I'm seeing this trend already starting to happen. The agents that were selling 7, 8, 10 transactions in a year during the hot years. Newsflash, real estate has gotten a lot harder, friends. And those agents are leaving the business. They're not renewing their license. It costs, whatever it is, $1,500, $2,000 to renew your license and do all that stuff. They're not renewing their license. They're getting a driving job, doing Uber and driving around and trying to figure out what their next move is, because real estate just unfortunately did not work for them. So it's more important than ever that when you're considering selling your home, when you're considering buying a home, that you're really vetting the agent that's going to be going to bat and you're going to be working with. Make sure that they have a track record of success. What's their list to sales price on the list side? What's the list to sales price on the buy side? What's their average days on market? How many homes did they sell last year? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So make sure that you know that the agent or team that you're working with, they're making stuff happen in the market. So if you have any questions, what's going on in the real estate market, please feel free to leave me a message down below, whatever platform this is on. Leave me a message, shoot me a DM, reply to this email. send a balloon up in the air. I don't care what it is. Just reach out to me, because Green Group Real Estate is here to give you the information that you need to make an educated decision on whatever your real estate goals are. So please use us as a resource. Use us and abuse us. Don't abuse us too badly, though. We are here for you. So I hope that you found this information of value. I always look forward to every single year kind of recapping and talking about what's going to happen in the next year. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Have a great afternoon, and I will look forward to talking to you soon. Cheers, friends.